Okay, when you're ready, we're going to start lying down. So you can just take yourself onto your mats. You might need a block today, but it'll just be for the very end of the practice. So if you want to use any, then please do. So we're going to start lying down. If you want to today, you can start with your feet wide, so as wide as your mat, and then just let your knees drop in towards the sides. You can either have your hands, so your palms are facing up towards the ceiling, or you could have your hands just on your low belly. So really whatever feels the best to you. Just take yourself down. Just take you a few moments. Just arriving on your mat. And then we're just going to inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. We'll do that once more. So inhale through your nose. And exhale through the mouth. Come to the end of the exhale. Just going to close the lips just gently. And start to breathe in and out through your nose. Allowing your breath just to find its own natural rhythm. Not trying to change it in any way. Moving in with our breath. Maybe noticing your body. Try and release any tension that you might feel. So in today's class, we're going to do a practice just through pranayama and a little bit through some very gentle back bends. So we're going to begin here just by coming into Samoviti, which is our even breath. So just when you're ready, just inhaling through your nose, maybe count the breath as you inhale. And then match that with your exhale. That feels quite comfortable, then we're going to try and increase the breath, so deepening it a little bit on your inhale, maybe increase your count just by one. And just match that with your exhale. Again, if that feels comfortable, then stay with that, or maybe you could add on another count. And just match that with your exhale. And you can keep doing that until you feel that you're at a comfortable breath. One that feels manageable, so it shouldn't feel stressful in any way. But it should feel quite deep and even. And this deep, conscious breath allows us to help our body to relax a little bit. Also invites our mind to remain present. Kind of stay with that deeper breath. Or maybe move into your Ujjayi breath if you have that in your practice. So just getting a little bit of texture at the back of your throat, a bit of sound. And we're just going to start to move a little bit. So you can keep your breath moving. Just take your knees apart now if you've got them together. And walk your feet in so they're hip distance apart. Have the heels quite close towards your hips. Hands maybe facing up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale here, we're going to just press your lower back to the ground. Pubic bone lifts up, and then we're going to press through your feet a little bit and lift your hips up off the ground. Inhaling at the top. And as you exhale, start to slowly press your spine back down. So one vertebrae at a time. Really warming up through your spine here. Again, inhale at the bottom, and on the exhale, start to press your lower back down. Tilt your pubic bone up and lift your hips. Inhale at the top, and exhale to lower down. Again, just start to move with your breath. So we're just moving and breathing, taking our time to warm up the muscles of your back. Now on the next one, we're going to come up and hold. So in this bridge position, start to make your way up. Take your time to any position when you get up there. Make sure the inner thighs are drawing towards one another. Hips pressing up. And then here, maybe start to breathe into the sides of your body, into your chest and your ribs. You can expand that area a little bit more. As we work through our back bends here, we really need to have a quite strong front body. So we're going to warm that up a little bit next. So when you're ready, take another inhale. And then as you exhale, just slowly and carefully release yourself all the way down towards the mat. When you get down there, we're going to keep your feet flat, draw your knees in towards your chest. So the hands are going to be on your knees or your shins as your feet lift up. And from here on an inhale, you're just going to come into Apanasana. So you're going to draw your knees in, start to curl your tailbone a little bit off the ground. And on the exhale, release down. If you want a little bit more here, you're going to lift the upper body at the same time. So drawing the nose up towards your knees. Give it a little squeeze. And then release back down again. Again, draw the knees in, lift the tailbone up. Slowly release down. Now do that one more time. So again, just take your time. Just warming up a little bit through the lower back. When you're ready, slowly release. So we'll take your feet flat down to the ground. First of all, we're going to come in and do a little bit more through your core. So just making sure your lower back is pressing down. And then taking your hands into like your fingers and move them behind the back of your head. Take an inhale. We're going to lift the upper body here. So just lifting up. If you feel that's really uncomfortable, you can always keep your upper body on the ground. And then lift both of your feet up off the ground. So your knees are over your hips. Again, working really slowly. As you inhale, you're going to extend one leg away. And on the exhale, you're going to draw that leg back in again. So nice and slow. Breathing out, extend through the leg. Inhale to bring it back in. So the slower we can work here, then the harder the move is. So see if you can slow it right down. Maybe go back to that long breath. If you feel it's too much, you can always take your foot closer towards your hips as you lower down. You don't have to take it all the way away. Just tap down here. But work slowly. Press the lower back down and draw your belly in. Strengthening through the front of your body. Okay, let's do 2 more of these. So take your time. And last one. Okay, when you're ready, lower your upper body down. Draw your knees in, this time with the hands on the back of your thighs. We're going to move up, so you can either roll over onto your side or just roll back and forwards until you come to a sitting position. So as you come up to sitting, we're going to sit in Sukhasana, so our easy pose. If you want to grab a block here, then please do. We're just going to try and open up a little bit through the front of the body and the chest. So when you're ready, we'll reach the arms just out to the sides. And then we're going to move over towards the right side. So inhale, put your right hand down and start to lift up and over through your left fingertips. So start to really press down through your left sit body here as you reach over. When you're ready, move back towards the center. So we'll go the other way. So again, just take your time, left hand down, right arm stretching up and over. When you're ready, inhale to the middle. We're going to take a little twist here. So when you're ready, we'll start to move round towards the right side. So left hand onto your knee and your right fingers just behind you. Gently rotating around. And maybe turning the head a little bit more if you'd like. When you're ready, back towards the center. We'll just go the other way, so just take your time moving around. When you're ready, back into the middle. We're going to stretch and open your chest now. So if you take your hands and take them behind your back, so drawing the shoulder blades together at the back. We're going to move both hands over towards your right hip. So just start to move over towards the right side of your lower back. Just see where you get to with that. And then from there, we're also going to lean over to the right. So just taking a slight bend over towards the right side without your hips coming off the ground. So press down through your left sit bone. Maybe you'll feel a stronger stretch through the neck, through the side of your body. When you're ready, inhale back to the center. So we'll take that the other way. So just moving all the way across towards that left side. Again, just find a comfortable position for your arms. And then maybe start to just lean over a little bit towards that left side. Breathe into the left side body, into that left lung. Okay, make your way back towards the middle. Now this time we're just going to change the cross of your legs. You can just bring your other leg in front. Opening up a little bit through your shoulders now. So we'll lift the arms up. You take the palms facing up. And then take your hands just onto your shoulders. Now opening the chest first, so as you inhale, we'll just draw the elbows back. And then on the exhale, if you lower your chin down and draw your elbows in, so the elbows might touch here as you bring them in. We'll do that again, so inhale, opening up through your chest. Maybe you lift your head up a little. And on the exhale, just rounding in, elbows touch. Okay, let's do that once more. So again, take it open. And then drawing yourself in. And from there, just opening the arms a little bit wider, so we're just in level with your shoulders, and just start to gently circle around. Your shoulders are feeling. And then change and move the other way. We're going to do another little breathing practice here. So when you're ready, just come back into the center. I'm going to, again, in and out through your nose. As you inhale, we're going to move round towards the right. And on the exhale, you're going to move round towards the left. So it becomes in and out. In and out. And the idea is, if you want to, you can speed that up a little bit. It becomes it's really quite energizing practice. It's also quite cleansing, so getting rid of any impurities as we speed that up. You want to stay slow with it. And try not to just move your head here, so it's the whole of your body that rotates round. So all the way through your spine. Okay, we'll do 4 more of these. And 2 more. And we'll come back into the center. So releasing your arms down. We're going to move to an all fours position now. So when you're ready, we'll start to come around. So using your hands underneath your shoulders. Knees directly underneath your hips. So spread your hands out a little bit. And then when you're ready, we're going to come into this cow pose. So we're going to drop the belly down here. So as you inhale, just drop your belly and then pull forwards through your chest. Now, on the exhale today, we're going to tuck the toes under and we're going to push back to downward dog. So we're going to move through this. So when you're ready, on an inhale, we'll lift the heels back up and lower your knees down. And if you've got time with your breath, drop your belly and lift through your chest. On the exhale, we tuck the toes, we lift the hips and press back, downward facing dog. As you inhale, the heels lift, lower the knees and drop the belly and lift the chest. We'll do that twice more. So again, start to move through it with your own breath. You have to do it at the same time as me. Let's make sure that you're using the whole of your breath. Okay, last time. Well done. So as you come down this time, we are just going to come into an all fours position. So you're going to draw your belly in. I'm going to step your right foot up towards the top of your mat. So just take your time moving your right foot forward. Knee over the ankle and your front leg. And if you want to slide your back leg back a little bit, you can. And we're going to inhale, we're going to lift the chest. As you inhale, lift your chest up, reaching up with your arms. On the exhale, we're going to release the hands down. I'm going to move back a little bit. So we're going to try and straighten through that front leg a little. You don't have to fully straighten it, but just see if you can move back a little. So we'll do that again. So inhale, rebending the leg. Start to reach up with your arms. As you exhale, release the hands all the way back down. And move and straighten through that front leg. Okay, we'll do that once more. So again, inhale, start to rebend, reach your arms up. Exhale, release the hands. Now this time we're just going to come in for this hamstring stretch. So we're going to hold here. So again, try and level up your hips a little bit. Maybe you pull the toes up, so drawing the feet towards you a little. Just see if you can feel just a gentle stretch through the back of your thigh. It's nice and level, and your belly pulled in. Okay, when you're ready, slowly move forward. So rebending your leg. If you're here, we're going to come in for a little twist. So keep your left hand on the ground. Right hand to your right knee if you'd like, or reach it open. And if you want to, you can tuck your toes under and lift through your back knee. Again, just see how that feels. Okay, we'll take one more inhale. From here, release your hand back down towards the ground. So if you've not got your back knee lifted, you might want to lift it now. And then we're going to step back into a plank position. And from there, we're going to lower to the ground. So we'll just lower your knees on this one and bend your elbows and release all the way down. So keep your hands by your shoulders. Relax your feet a little bit. And then as you inhale, we're going to draw the shoulders back and we're going to lift the chest up a little. On the exhale, just slowly release back down towards the ground. So we'll do that again. So inhale, draw the shoulders back. Start to lift your chest. Really light on the hands here though. Exhale to lower. And we'll do that once more. So inhale, coming up into that cobra. This time as you come up, if you can, lift your hands a little bit off the ground. And if you find that too much, you can always leave your hands down. Okay, we'll take one more inhale. And then slowly release the hands and release the upper body all the way down. Okay, we'll move back up. So just start to press through your hands. Push yourself up. Just to that all fours position again. So walk your knees in. As you inhale here again, we'll come into that cow position. So dropping the belly, pulling forwards through your chest. And on the exhale, we'll tuck the toes and we'll lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Okay, let's do that again. So inhale, lift your heels up, lower your knees. Again, dropping the belly and pulling forwards through your chest. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift your hips, downward dog. Okay, so when you're ready, we'll lift the heels up again, lower your knees down, so coming more into that all fours position, so draw your belly in. So this time we're going to step forwards with your left leg, so you just step your left foot up towards the top of your mat. So again, when you get there, you might slide back a little bit, make sure your knee is over your ankle on the front leg. So we'll move through it again, so when you're ready on the inhale, to start to lift your chest up, reaching up with your arms. As you exhale, release the hands all the way down. Start to move back a little bit. So just gently drawing that leg straighter if you can. So we'll do that again. So inhale, re-bending the leg. Draw your belly and lift your chest. Reach your arms up. Exhale, releasing the hands down. Start to move back. Okay, we'll do that once more. So again, start to just follow your own breath. Moving through it. And when you come back down, we'll move back into that hamstring stretch. So we're going to stay on this one. Again, as you stay here, just see if you can level your hips up a little bit more. Maybe pull the toes up and maybe lengthen forwards through your spine a little more. Let's take one more inhale. When you're ready, slowly re-bend the leg. So we'll come in for that twist again. So your right hand on the ground, left hand to your knee, or maybe reaching up. If you want a little bit more, tuck your toes under on your back knee and lift the knee up off the ground. So try and align your top hand with your bottom hand. Draw the inner thighs towards one another. Okay, let's take one more inhale. When you're ready, release both hands back down towards the mat. So from here, we're going to step back into that plank position then. Again, lowering your knees down towards the ground. Bend your elbows and lower yourself all the way down towards the mat. Hands either side of your shoulders again. Inhale, loop the shoulders back, lift your chest a little. Light on the hands. Exhale to release. So start to move through it again, just at your own pace, using your own breath. Okay, on this next one, we're going to lift and hold. So we'll lift up. Maybe you can lift your hands off the ground again. Try and use that lower back, draw your belly in a little bit. Take one more inhale. Now this time, place your hands back down to the ground. Keep them there. And see if you could lift up a little bit higher in your cobra. So not too high, but just draw it up a little bit more. And we'll just take one more inhale. And then slowly release everything all the way back down. When you get there, push yourself up. So just to all fours position. And this time, just press yourself back into a child's pose. So just taking a little stretch there to your lower hips and your back. And just stretch the arms out or bring them in and drop your head down. When you're ready, we're going to move forwards again. So take your time, just come back into all fours. So hands under the shoulders, knees underneath your hips. So we'll move into that cow position once more. So inhale, drop the belly, go forwards to your chest. And then exhale, we'll tuck the toes and we'll lift the hips to down dog. I'm going to stay in downward dog this time. So as you come into again, any movements that you'd like. So you could maybe bend to your right leg and press your left heel down. And then change sides. But again, you don't have to, you just work with what feels right. Maybe keeping both knees bent, stretch your upper back a little bit more. Okay, we'll take one more inhale here. When you're ready, you're going to lift both of your heels up and we're going to look forward. So you can just walk up towards the top of your mat. So just take your time. When you get to the top, separate your feet at distance. So folding forwards, you might take your hands onto your legs, or maybe you take the opposite elbows here. Very gently move. Try and keep your low belly pulled in. When you're ready, release your hands. Now we're going to come up here, but we're going to do it slightly differently. So you're going to bend your knees. You're going to reach your arms forward, so your arms can come by your ears. And then taking a deep breath in, we'll start to rise up. So keeping your arms by your ears as you move all the way up towards the top. And when you get there, we'll release the hands all the way down by your sides. Just coming into Tadasana. So again, you can have your arms, maybe palms shining forward, shoulders looping down your back. Just notice how you feel as you come up to that standing position. When you're ready, we're going to move into Tadasana. So you can move to the top of your mat if you're not already there. Have your feet either together or apart, so big toes touching, heels apart. And we're going to come in and do some classical sun salutations, a little modified classical sun salutation. So when you're ready, we'll take an inhale. We'll reach up with the arms, so maybe taking a little mini back bend here, so looking up at your thumbs. And then on the exhale, we're going to fold forward, so bending into your knees as you lower down towards the ground. As you inhale here, lengthen forward through your spine, so straighten your back. And then on the exhale, release the hands down, and we're going to step back with your right leg. As you step back with your right leg, you're going to lower it down towards the ground. And then as you inhale, we're going to lift the arms up, lifting the chest up. On the exhale, release the hands all the way back down towards the ground. Tuck the toes under on your back leg and step back to downward facing dog. Well done. Now from here, we're going to step your right foot forwards this time. So look where you're going. The right foot steps towards the top of your mat, and then lower your back knee down towards the ground again. When you're ready on your inhale, start to lift up through your chest, reach up through your arms. On the exhale, release the hands all the way back down towards the ground. Tuck your toes under, lift your back knee. And this time we'll step up towards the top of your mat. Lengthen forwards on the inhale. Holding back in on the exhale. As you inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, palms meet the heart. Okay, we'll do that again on the other side. So inhale to reach up, so looking up at your thumbs. Exhale to fold, so bending into your knees as you lower down towards the ground. Inhale, coming up halfway, move the hands up your legs. Exhale, folding back and take your hands down, step the left foot back. I'm going to lower your left knee to the ground. So as you inhale, start to lift up, reaching up with your arms. And on the exhale, release the hands all the way back down. So tucking the toes under, lifting your back knee, step back, downward facing dog. So this time your left foot will step to the top. So look where you're going, step your left foot forwards. Lower your back knee towards the mat. Inhale, lifting up through your chest, reach the arms. Exhale, release the hands all the way back down. Tuck the toes, lift the knee, step up towards the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthening forwards. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms meet the heart. Okay, we'll do one more round of these. So when you're ready, inhale to reach. Start to move through it with your own breath now. Exhale to fold. Lengthen on the inhale. Hands down and step back with your right leg on the exhale. So lowering the back knee, inhale to reach the arms. Exhale, release the hands down. Tuck the toes and step back, downward facing dog. Right leg steps forward this time, so up towards the top. Lower your back knee down and inhale to reach. Exhale, release the hands down. Tuck the toes, lift the back leg, stepping up towards the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms meet the heart. Okay, one more round when you're ready. So inhale to reach. Exhale, fold. Lengthen on the inhale. Fold in, step back with your left leg on the exhale. Lower your left knee. Start to reach up on the inhale. Exhale, release the hands down. Tuck the toes, step back, downward facing dog. Left foot steps up towards the top of your mat. Lower your knee. Rise up. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes, lift the knee. Step up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. Exhale, palms meet the heart. Close your eyes just for a moment here. Just being aware of the sensations in your body. Noticing your breath, so it's still even. Just being aware of the thoughts in your mind. Got one more tiny little bit of this warm up to do, so a little other variation on that classical Sun Salutation. So at the top of your mat once more, relax your shoulders. So draw the belly in a little. Inhale when you're ready. We'll reach back up with the arms. Exhale, folding forwards, take your time. Lengthen on the inhale. And as you exhale, release the hands, step back with your right leg. If you'd like to, you can also lower your right knee to the ground here. But if you can, we're going to keep the right knee lifted. I'm going to lift the chest up. So we're just going to reach up into this high crescent lunge. But make sure you're not too narrow with your feet. And you can bend your back leg a little bit. So as you inhale here, we're going to reach up with your arms. And then on the exhale, we're going to open up through your chest. So taking that little back bend, maybe lean back a little bit. Inhale, reach back up with the arms. Exhale, open the chest again. Again, maybe that little lean back. Again, inhale, reach back up with the arms. This time on the exhale, we'll just release the hands down towards your mat. You are just going to step to the top here. So you could bend your back leg and then just step up towards the top of your mat. Lengthen forwards on your inhale. Holding back and on the exhale. As you inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms meet the heart. So we'll do that on the other side. So when you're ready, inhale to reach. Exhale to fold. Lengthen on the inhale. And as you exhale, folding in, take the hands down, step the left foot back. Again, use the option of the knee down if you like on the back leg. Otherwise, lift your belly, lift your chest up. Good, and then reach with your arms. So again, we're going to move through it. So as you inhale, we'll lift it up a little bit. And on the exhale, opening up through your chest, maybe you can take that little back bend, just see how it feels. Inhale to reach. Exhale to open. Okay, so this time, we'll just inhale to reach up. And on the exhale, we'll release the hands all the way down towards the ground. So when you get there, bend through your back legs, step up towards the top of your mat. Lengthen forwards on the inhale. Hold back and on the exhale. Inhale to reach. Exhale, palms meet the heart. Okay, so we're going to come in, we're going to do some standing postures now with a balance. So there's going to be a warrior 3 in there. If you don't want to do the warrior 3, you can just simply either go to a wall and do it, or you can just leave it out and stay in the high lunge. Okay, but we're going to start at the top of your mat. So take your time moving there. Spread your toes and lengthen your legs, coming into Tadasana once more. Release your shoulders. So we'll move through just a little half sun salutation to come into it. So when you're ready, on your inhale, we're going to reach up with the arms. Again, a little back bend if you'd like. As you exhale, just folding forwards, bending into your knees as you lower down. Inhale, lengthen, so moving the hands, straighten your spine. As you exhale, folding in, take the hands to the ground. The right leg will step back to warrior 1 this time. As you step back, just place your back foot on the ground. Turn the heel a little bit so the toes face forward. Front leg bends, toes facing towards the front. And then when you're ready, just lift your upper body up. As you come up into warrior 1, maybe this time, just leave the arms out for a moment, but just noticing the legs and feet. So you can always move your front foot a little bit further out to the side. So you can always see if you can get your hips round. You could use your hands on your hips and just draw your hips and shoulders round towards the front. And when you feel you're in the right position, then maybe lift the arms up. Now we are going to move through this, so you'll kind of recognize it a little bit as you move through it. But if you want to stay still in it, you can just stay here. So on the inhale, we're going to reach up with your arms, so stretching through the sides of your body. On the exhale, we're going to open up through your chest. So we're drawing the arms down, maybe lean back a little bit. As you inhale, reach back up with your arms. And on the exhale this time, we're going to straighten your front leg. I'm going to move forward, but we're going to try and keep your arms by your ears. So you might not get very far because we don't want to drop the arms down. Okay, when you're ready, inhale, come all the way back up again. When you get to the top, re-bend your front leg. Exhale, just opening up through your chest. So we'll do that again. So inhale, reaching up with your arms, big stretch up. As you exhale, we're going to start to straighten your front leg, reaching forward, so lengthening through your spine as you come forwards. And then on the inhale, rise back up again. Rebending your front leg. Exhale, open up through your chest. So we're doing this once more, but we're going to hold in our pyramid this time. So again, inhale to reach up. Exhale, straighten your front leg and move forward. So this time as you come forward, release your hands and take them onto your hips. Now with your back leg, you might feel it's too far back. And if it is, then just step it in a little bit. So your legs are a little bit narrower. But we do want that spine really lengthening. And the front leg is straight and the back leg is straight. Good. And watch your front hip. So your left hip, try and draw it in towards the center. Just lengthening through your body. Scissoring the legs together, drawing your belly in. And we're going to come back up. If you can, reach your hands forward so your arms are by your ears. And then from there, slowly and carefully rise all the way back up towards the top. When you get there, bend your knee and then open up through your chest. Just one last time. Good. From there, you can just slowly release your hands down. We're going to come into humble warrior. So we're still in these warrior 1 legs with the front leg bent. Take your hands behind your back. So just interlink your fingers. Draw your chest open and then start to move forward, this time with a bent leg. So as you come forward, you might just move a little bit. You might be able to take your chest down towards your leg, or maybe you could take your shoulder and release your head and then lift your arms up and over. Again, just work with what feels right to you. Try not to lock anything out, but keep the elbows soft. We'll not stay here for terribly long. Take one more inhale if you can. We're going to rise back up again. So you could keep your hands behind your back if you want. Draw your belly in, lift yourself all the way up towards the top. When you get there, releasing your hands, reach up with the arms. Now from here, if you can, we're going to turn onto the toes of your back leg. So we're turning up, so we're on the ball of your foot. So you're in a high lunge rather than a warrior 1. And then draw your palms towards the center of your chest. So we are going to move to warrior 3 here. Again, you can move to a wall or do it at a wall if you want to. So we're going to push into your front leg, maybe hop your back foot in, or maybe just lift your back foot a little bit off the ground. So as you come into warrior 3, you might be able to extend through your back leg more and straighten your front leg. But try and flex your back foot so the toes actually point down towards the ground. And that makes your hips stay a little bit more level. And if you want a little bit more, you could reach your hands behind you or in front of you. But really just working more on the balance, keeping your drishti, your gaze soft and focused, and your breath nice and even. Okay, so to come back out of it, if you bring your hands to the center, first of all, bend into your left leg a little, and then stretch back with your right leg so we can find the floor again. So as you find the floor, we'll reach back up with your arms for one breath. And then when you're ready, we'll release both hands back down towards the ground. As you get there, step back into a plank position. So we are going to lower to the ground again. If you want to, you can take your knees down or just move forward and bend your elbows, lowering yourself to the mat. So when you get there, release your toes. We're coming in for Shavasana or locust. So move your hands round towards the sides of your body so the palms face down. And you might just use your hands here just to lift your chest up a little bit. If you want a little bit more, reach your fingertips down so they're reaching towards your toes, and maybe you can lift your chest a bit more. Or maybe take your hands interlink them on your lower back and lift it up, the arms up as you lift the upper body. If you want to add the legs, big toes together, and just lift the legs up at the same time. Again, think more length. So rather than you trying to get really high here, think about stretching through the crown of your head and all the way down through your feet. Make sure you can still breathe easily. Okay, we'll take one more inhale. When you're ready, slowly release everything all the way down. Maybe releasing your arms and bringing them round towards the front. So you could cross them over and drop your head down. Just take a moment to see how everything's feeling now. Okay, when you're ready, we are going to make our way back up to do that other side. So if you use your hands underneath your shoulders, press yourself up to coming up into that all fours position, first of all. When you come into that all fours, again, spread your hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. As you inhale, we'll drop the belly and start to pull forwards to your chest. On the exhale, we'll tuck the toes and lift your hips and press back, downward facing dog. So all we're going to do this time is you're going to step your right foot forwards this time. So if you look where you're going, step your right foot up towards the top of your mat. So again, we're coming into warrior 1 once more. So we'll spin the heel of the back leg, toes facing forwards, and then start to lift up through your upper body. So again, as you come up, maybe adjust your feet a little bit if you want to widen them. Maybe use your hands on your hips and draw the hips towards the center. And then maybe once you've done that, you could start to lift with your arms, bending into your front leg, shoulders and hips forwards. Again, either stay here or we'll move through it. So as you inhale, reaching up with the arms, so lifting through the sides of your body. On the exhale, draw the arms down, so pull the elbows back, open up through your chest. Inhale, reach back up with your arms. And on the exhale, straighten through your front leg, keep your arms by your ears and lead forward. So leaning forwards, keeping that back nice and straight. Good. Come back up again, so draw your belly in. As you come up to the top, rebend your front leg. Exhale, open up through your chest. Good, let's do that again. So inhale, reach, stretching up. Good, exhale, straighten your legs, start to move forwards. Straight legs, good, very nice. Not too far. When you're ready, start to move back up again on that inhale. Rebending your leg as you come to the top. Exhale, open up through your chest. Okay, so we'll come into pyramid this time. So we'll reach up with the arms first. Start to move forwards again, so straightening through your leg. As you come down, just take your hands and place them onto your hips. So again, if you feel that you can't get any further forward, you might need to hop your back foot in a little bit. We still want the legs straight, and then we're leaning forward, lengthening. So we're not trying to get further down, but we're just lengthening forwards. You could take your hands, rather than having them on your hips, you could take them behind your back. So maybe fists together, or taking hold of opposite elbows, or if you can take a reverse prayer position behind your back, you could do that as well. Okay, let's take one more inhale. When you're ready, rise back up. So take your time. Good. And then when you're ready, we'll reach up just with the arms this time, and we'll open up through your chest. So bending into that front leg. Okay. Release your hands, and we're going to come in for humble warrior. So again, if you've stepped forward, you might want to step back a little bit for that warrior one. Interlink your fingers, maybe change your grip. So moving your finger one up or down. Draw your shoulders back. Start to move in to that humble warrior. So releasing your chest, maybe your shoulder, maybe lift the arms up and over. And again, in this one, see if you can release your head a little bit. See if you can relax the head. Good, very nice. Okay, so when you're ready, we'll move back up. So draw your belly in, lift yourself all the way to the top again, and then reach your arms up. Good, so we'll bring the hands to the center. We are going to move on to the ball of your foot or the toes of your back leg to come into that warrior three position. So when you're ready, pushing through your front leg, start to lift your back leg up. Again, just see how it feels. Lift it a little bit, lift it a lot, flex your foot, move your arms behind if you want to. Keep a slight bend in your front knee if you need to as well. You can always pop your back leg down whenever you need to. But steadying your gaze, steadying your breath, focusing on the balance. Okay, so to come out of it, bring your hands to the center, bend into your front leg, reach back now with that left leg, find the ground. Good. Okay, once you get there, release your hands all the way down towards your mat. Step back into a plank. Now we're going to lower all the way down again. So again, knees down first, or just move forwards, bend your elbows, lower yourself carefully down. Okay, when you get there, we'll release your feet. We're going to come into bow pose here. So again, just work where you can with it. So if you want to just bend your knees, and then you could just lift your your lower body off the ground. So you could cross your arms over, head down, and just squeeze your glutes and lift the thighs a little bit off the ground. If you want a little bit more, reach your hands back, so towards your feet. So as you reach back, we lift the chest at the same time as we lift the thighs. Or if you can, grab hold of your feet, so into your hands. Bring the inner thighs towards one another, so not splayed wide, and then gently press your feet into your hands, lifting the chest and lifting the thighs. But again, try and keep it as gentle, as calm as you can as you lift up. Well done. We'll take one more inhale. When you're ready, slowly release everything back down. So you can release it all. Maybe bring your arms around again and drop your head down towards your arms. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to come back up, but just onto all fours. So use your hands once more. Press yourself up, so just onto your hands and your knees. Just spread the hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. We are just going to do that cow again, but we're going to come into cat after it, so not a down dog. So when you're ready, on your inhale, just drop your belly, go forward to your chest. As you exhale, draw your belly in round your back, chin to your chest. Start to move through that, just using your breath, stretching out through your spine a little. When you're ready, come back in towards the center, so into that all fours. We are going to move into pigeon here, but if you want to do a half version of pigeon or you want to do a reclined version, so lying on your back, then you can. But we're just going to draw your right knee over towards your right wrist and then just sit down onto your right hip. So sitting up for either pigeon or half pigeon. So your right leg is forward. Your left leg could just be bent behind you rather than coming into a full pigeon. And from there, you can either just sit yourself up into the center or fold forwards to towards your legs to any degree. If you do want to come in for pigeon, however, use your hands, lift your hips off the ground, and then start to stretch your left leg behind you. You've got that left leg behind, the right leg kind of stays where it is. Again, stay up there for a moment or two to try and get yourself balanced. And then move down in your own way when you want to. So you can either move to your forearms here, or you could release yourself all the way down towards the ground. But do make sure in pigeon, whatever version you're doing, that you do actually feel the stretch in your right hips. If you don't, then maybe you need to rethink it. I have been doing this half pigeon for a few weeks now, and I do feel I actually get more of a stretch in my right hip than I do when I do a pigeon stretch. I do have quite tight hips, so but work where you can, where you feel you're going to get the benefit from it. Try and release yourself down, so try and relax using your breath. If our body feels threatened in a stretch, so if it feels like it's going to kind of have an injury, it will not relax. So if you do feel like that in any posture, then maybe just rethinking it and thinking how you can do it in a way that your body would relax. Okay, we're going to take one more inhale here. When you're ready, we're going to slowly come back up again. So just taking your time to come back up, just use your hands. As you come back up, we're going to swing your left leg even round towards the front. So just swing it round. As you come in, we're going to have your left leg kind of at an angle and your right foot, if you have it, towards the inner thigh of that left leg. Try and make sure you're sitting on both sit bones equally, so you're not kind of over to one side. And we're coming in for a twist here, so we're going to use your left hand just to the outside of your right thigh, and then using your right fingertips, take them behind you, so you're drawing yourself round towards the right side. Again, you could just stay here. If this feels kind of like a nice stretch for you, then stay here. If you want a little bit more, you could reach up with your right hand and then lean over towards your left leg. Again, you don't have to, you just see how it all feels and stay with what feels good to you. Okay, let's take one more inhale. When you're ready, slowly come back up. So towards the center. Inhale, reach up with both arms. And as you exhale, we're going to turn towards your left leg and you're going to fold in towards your left leg. So hands on the ground, onto your leg, onto your foot, wherever you can reach, and then just start to fold in there. Okay, when you're ready, slowly start to come back up. So take your time. We are going to do pigeon on the other side. So if you wanted to, you could just bend in through your left leg, either move into that half pigeon and then fold forwards from there. Or using your hands on the ground, pick your hips up and slide your right leg behind you and come into pigeon. So whatever feels right and suits you, come into half or that full pigeon. But try to release down as much as you can. Use a block if you like. So you could place a block underneath your left hip. So if you feel that it needs that, sometimes it just needs to feel. So if there's a big gap underneath your left hip, for example, then having a block placed under it will just help to give you that feeling of being able to press the hip down. Again, moving in with your breath. Trying to allow the body to relax. Okay, when you're ready, we'll slowly come back up. So take your time, move up through your hands again. So we're going to sit over onto that left hip and you're going to swing your right leg round. So again, keep it at quite an angle so it's not straight on. And then bringing your foot on the left leg towards your inner thigh. So sit upright, come in for the twist again. So left hand on, right hand even, on your left thigh and your left fingertips just behind you. So either stay in this twist. If you want to move a little bit further, then maybe lift up through that left arm. You could even stay here or lean over and just see how it feels for you. Okay, when you're ready, come back into the middle. So again, on your inhale, we're going to stretch up with both arms. We're going to turn round towards that right side and we're going to fold in your hands to the floor, your leg, your foot. When you're ready, slowly start to come back up. So just take your time, releasing your legs out to the front, give them a little shake out. We are going to move down onto your back now. We are just going to come into Shavasana. So just take your time, moving down towards the ground. If you want to grab a jumper or some socks or something, please do. And you can either sit or you can lie. And when you come onto your back, if you do want to make any final little movements, then please do that before you come to stillness. I'm just starting this little relaxation just by taking some more deep breaths. Just take your time. Inhaling through your nose and breathing out through your nose or your mouth. Allow your breath to find its own natural rhythm. Bring your full attention to noticing each in-breath as it enters your nostrils, travels down to your lungs, and causes your belly to expand. And notice each out-breath as your belly contracts and air moves up through the lungs, back up through the nose or the mouth. Invite your full attention to flow with your breath. Notice how the inhale is different from the exhale. You may experience the air as cool as it enters your nose and warm as you exhale. As you turn more deeply inward, begin to let go of all noises around you. If you're distracted by sounds in the room, simply notice them and bring your attention back to your breath. Simply breathe as you breathe, not striving to change anything about your breath. If your mind wanders to thoughts, plans, or problems, simply notice your mind wandering. Watch the thought as it enters your awareness as neutrally as possible. Then practice letting go of the thoughts. Then bring your attention back to your breath. Your breath is an anchor. You can return to it over and over when you become distracted by thoughts or sounds. Practice coming home to the breath with your full attention. When you're ready, we'll take a deep inhale. So through your nose. And this time we're just going to sigh it out your mouth. And you can do that again. So just deeply inhale. And then just let it go. And then we'll start to move a little bit. So through your fingers, your toes. Maybe if you'd like, taking your arms over your head. You can stretch from your fingers all the way down to your feet. As you bring your arms back over, you just start to bend your knees. Just taking your feet on the ground or your knees to your chest, just moving gently. If you'd like to roll over onto your side, you can do that. And then just when you're ready, we'll just start to make our way up. Take your time, there's no rush. As you come up, we'll just find a comfortable seat. Bring the palms together, so just in front of your heart, just leaving a little gap just to signify an openness in your heart. So thank you so much for coming along and practicing with me this morning. I hope you enjoyed our little back bending and pranayama practice. Namaste. Well done, everyone. I'll just stop the recording and then you can unmute yourself if you like.